Hey everybody, I'm Ray.
And I'm Paul.
We are the Alconauts.
Yes, we are.
And today we got something real special for y'all. We are actually joined by a pretty famous guy from the Western New York region, SipSipChug. He's got a pretty cool podcast that he does. He's got some video stuff that he does. We're going to share with you all of his social media so you can check him out. But here we've got Chug.
Hey, Chug, how's it going?
Today? Good. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. I'm getting thirsty. Thirsty by the minute. You know what? Why don't you, for the benefit of our audience, explain to them what you do, what your presence is like on YouTube and your podcast, and basically let the whole world know, because we have access to the entire world, about you.
Yeah, so basically, probably what I'm best known for is my beer battles, where I take out two random beers, show them to random people on the street, get them to give us a taste test, get a little feel for what the people prefer. Maybe not just the snobby beer critics. We get to see real people drink real beers. You know, they don't know it's coming. They're just walking down the street going about their day, and someone offers them free beer. I don't know that there's much better than that. So you can check those out, SipSipChug on YouTube. We're starting to do some other content over there too, with individual beer reviews and our sip and scale, and trying to get some of our opinions in there too. But yeah, check it out, SipSipChug on YouTube.
I've seen some of the beer battles, and I gotta say that is pretty cool. The concept. We'll get to that in just a little bit. We're really glad to have you down here, an American friend. We don't have too many, so we're glad you're here, Chug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the process to our audience out there and to you, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to crack these guys open. We're going to put them into our glasses, and we'll have an initial taste. From there, we'll have an initial opinion. We'll have a couple of conversations with Chug from SipSipChug. Probably learn a little bit more about the shows that he does. At which point we'll get our beer past the bend, which is going around the bend. We'll see if our opinions stay the same, continue drinking, continue talking, and before we hit the bottom of that glass, we're going to do the final chug. Regardless if it's good or bad, we're going to shove this thing right down the back of our throats. And that is our process there. Ray, why don't you tell our audience the tale of the tape?
All right. Well, today we've got Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona Brewing. Now, Kona Brewing... they're in Hawaii, Portland, Oregon, and Portsmouth, New Hampshire. See, I figured out what all those little two-letter things on the U.S. states actually stood for, and I didn't Google it this time. But yes, this is a golden ale. I could not find the ABV on this one. I even went online.
4.4%.
4.4. I don't know why I couldn't see it. Oh,
yeah,
there it
it's
is.
right on the label. In fine print for you.
It's right there.
In regular print for us who can see.
I didn't have my glasses on when I was looking earlier, so I guess that's the problem. But yeah, so it's a golden ale, and it's called Big Wave. I'm really excited about this one. It's great that we can get it on both sides of the border, so it made this a lot easier. And yeah, the Craft Brand Company out of Toronto imports these into Canada for us. So I'm pretty excited.
Cool. Chug, have you ever had this beer before?
Actually, I have tried it before.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit familiar with it. Is this be your first time?
Yes,
Yep.
We are Kona virgins.
Okay.
It sounds like a volcano thing for some reason, but we are Kona virgins. You know what? I'm thirsty. Let's crack these open and let's get some thoughts on this.
Yeah. If you buy these ones, make sure you get yourself an opener. They are not twist off.
That is nice golden color coming right out of my bottle.
I got a funny feeling since these are only 355 ml bottles, I might have to open a second one to top up that pint glass.
I am so opening up a second one. Oh, I love your mug, Chug.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
It's very manly.
Try to keep it classic.
Oh, I smell some fruity aromas coming out of this.
It's very fruity.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't actually expecting that.
Yeah, I opened that and I was like, well, that's a bit of a hoppy aroma there.
Let's have a sip and let's find out what this is all about. Cheers, Chug. Cheers, Ray.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Wow.
Oh,
Huh.
that's interesting. I'm getting a floral taste. It's almost like someone put potpourri in my lager. It's no, not to say that it's bad. It's good. It's very subtle, which is what I like. And it's very easy going down. That's not too shabby. What are your thoughts, Chug?
It's very smooth going down, and it's got a little hint at the end of, like you said, almost a fruity potpourri. Can't quite pinpoint it, but
Yeah, it's
Ray?
It's very interesting. I didn't know what to expect. I got to say, with the shape of the bottle and the coloring on the label, I was almost expecting something like the old Molson Stock Ale. That really heady, it smells like an old bar where the floorboards are soaked in beer, kind of thing. But no, it's super smooth, and it's ice frosty cold, which is, I think, makes it even better.
It's extreme. I find it extremely light. Like, it's almost like it's like I'm drinking water.
It's a Paul beer, totally.
I don't know if it's because it's American. Sorry about that, Chug. But it's very light. It's very, like, whatever flavors are there don't linger very long. There doesn't seem to be a lot of carbonation in this. I don't have a lot of mouthfeel on this. It's nice, but I'm not getting a lot of flavor. This is something I could probably pound back on a hot summer's day and not have a problem with it. This is what I'm thinking right now.
yeah, I think this is a good gateway. It's like a golden ale, so it's pretty light, and it's a good gateway beer into somebody that might not drink a lot of craft beers. I'd recommend giving this a try right off the bat. It's not the most flavorful though, so if you're a seasoned beer drinker, you might not find it as appealing.
It's a good, like, standing around the smoker barbecuing in the summer kind of beer, because you're not going to get to dinner time and be totally bloated from drinking this all day.
And at the low alcohol level, was it 4.4%? I don't think it's gonna get you super drunk easy. So it's not too bad. Even though it's a light beer, it's got a light taste. I'm not quite convinced right yet. I'm gonna have to need a little bit more time with this just to get a proper opinion on it. That being said, Chug, you have this thing on YouTube called Beer Battle. I've seen the episodes. It's pretty cool. Explain the premise once again to our audience.
So basically what happens is I go to the beer store, I find two beers that, are similar in style. I think they can compare well. And then I go somewhere with them and I just take them up to random people. I've been to the beach. I've been to the Buffalo Bills stadium when they were in the playoffs. I've been out in parks. I've been to the dog park. I've been down by the canal. Anywhere people are, I'm out there trying to find them, trying to be safe with COVID and stuff. It's been a little bit of a struggle finding people out and about, but basically I give the people two different beers. They try one at a time, tell me what they think, first reaction, kind of similar to what you guys do around the bend. And then, our name's SipSipChug, so we ask them if they want to chug it at the end. And we tally up everyone that was tried the beer in the episode, and at the end we have a winner. So two breweries go in and one comes out victorious.
Awesome.
So you're kind of like a beer philanthropist. You're just giving beers away to people. I'm curious, has there ever been a situation where you're trying to give the beer away and no one wants to take it, or they have this really odd reaction to it?
Yeah, we have all kinds. I mean, we've had people. It's amazing how many people do turn down free beer. I'll go up to somebody, they'll totally.
Oh my God! I just almost spat my beer out. What? Who turns down free beer?
Not me, but apparently they're out there.
Wow, crazy. That is hilarious.
I've been called a creep before. This is a little bit of bad reactions, but the ones that are good make it all worth it.
That's awesome.
I can tell you from the videos that I've seen, there's some great reactions there. I'm just gonna say, and I hope I don't sound like a creep, but I really like the beach ones.
Yeah,
they seem to really seem to brighten up my day.
Well, the fun thing about the beach is everyone's already drinking, so most of the people we're approaching already have a few in them. Makes it a little bit more interesting response to the beers we give them. And I'm not afraid for people to tell me the beer sucks. So we have some of that on there too.
Well, sure, you've got nothing invested, right?
No, it's all. I'm not biased or anything. I don't work with any of the breweries on that, so it's all my own money I put up.
How many beers are you buying to do as many people as you do per beer battle?
I typically try to get a 6-pack of each, so it's not a huge amount. And then, just kind of go with their reactions. It's not much editing where there's like a ton of people trying and I'm picking out the good ones. I'm pretty much going with everyone I've got.
That's awesome.
I really hope that we can find out where you're going to be doing your next beer battle. So Ray and I could just sit there going, oh, hello, sir. Yes, we'll take a beer.
Hello, perfect stranger with beers in his hand.
We would probably just follow you all day.
But if the borders open up, we're really not that far.
Yeah, that's true.
100%. And I think that's how we actually got to meet or talk or communicate was through Twitter. I found out you were from the Buffalo area, and I think we were talking about the Ellicott Brewing Company.
Okay.
Ellicottville Brewing Company, because I think you had put one of their beers up there, and I had made a comment that I liked their beers. I've gone there a couple of times, and I really enjoyed it. I know we're kind of have a lockdown system down here. What's it like in the Buffalo area?
Well, the big thing that just happened here is they're starting to allow the bars to stay open till 4 again. They were closing at 10 and then they moved it to 11. So beer wise, that's what's going on here. Everyone's pretty much masked up unless you're sitting at a dinner table or something like that. Grocery stores, gas stations are all fully masked. People are social distancing, 6 feet type stuff. Just trying to be cautious and trying to find something to do because there's all the festivals are closed, concerts, sports. There's not much to do. Stay in this weather.
Similar to what's going on down here. I mean, we've got a color coded system where they allow different things to happen, and it seems like we're going to be bobbing in and out of what they're calling the gray lockdown for the next couple of months. Hopefully we can all get vaccinated and they'll be able to open things back up. I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen the shows. I've mentioned a couple of times that I work in the events and entertainment industry, so I've been out of work for a good long time. This is why Paul and I got started doing this and thought we'd share our love of beer with everybody else. So
I needed someone who was on the same schedule as me.
Which is basically no schedule at all.
I don't know how you guys are doing, but looking at my glass, I seem to be coming around that bend. Why don't we have a couple more? Wow. You're really enjoying that, eh, Chug?
It goes down smooth.
Okay, let's have a couple of sips, and let's give another opinion on this, guys. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, all.
Cheers.
All right. Ray, you want to start us off?
Sure. My initial opinion hasn't really changed any. I'm still on the page. It's a nice, refreshing beer. I'm not sure if it's because of maybe what I've eaten today or the fact that I brushed my teeth like 10 minutes before we started filming. I do get it's a very dry mouthfeel from this beer. I'm not sure if if you guys are getting the same thing, but it's almost like that you drink the soda water on my tongue anyways. Yeah, no, it's good. It's still a nice, smooth beer. There's not a ton of carbonation in it. I don't know if you can all see the bubbles there, but it's clean, is what I get.
What do you think, Chug?
Well, I think one thing I was worried about, I'm going to agree with, it is kind of, there's not many bubbles. I was worried about it with you guys. I know you guys get on each other for not getting it all in the glass at the first try, so I wanted to make sure I had a good pour. But there really isn't much carbonation to it. It's really not really robust, flavorful, but I do have that dry hint at the end. I feel like it kind of dries your mouth out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get that too. As I'm drinking this, I'm getting that dryness at the very end. It's still very light. It's I don't want to say this, but it doesn't seem like I'm drinking a beer. Like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm enjoying this as I would with any other beer. And I don't know if that's a weird thing to say, but it just doesn't seem like it's just so light, the flavors. And maybe it's just me. I do smoke, but I'm just not feeling the flavors right now. Maybe by the chug, I might change my mind, but it's going to take a lot of convincing. with that being said, Chug, you've got a podcast that you just started recently. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I've just started a podcast. I'm working with 300 Level Sports. We're teaming up. Me and Wolf is his name. The two of us are doing a podcast. We're talking beer. We're talking sports. The type of stuff that you'd be shooting the shit with your buddies at the brewery, at the bar, wherever you drink. That kind of conversation. You can come drink with us if you can't get out during lockdowns and you want somebody to drink with. Just grab a beer, listen to the podcast, and really just enjoy yourself. That's all it's about.
It really does sound like that. I was listening to it today. You guys were talking about sports moments throughout the years. And it really does sound like, if I was to pop down at the bar and overhear your conversation, I might pipe in and say something while I'm drinking a beer. It's very comfortable. You got some great moments in there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I said, as you were trying to say, it's one of those things where if you want to drink with a bunch of buddies at a bar and you can't get out, that would be a podcast that you probably want to run. How did you guys come up to doing this? Like, what brought this about?
Well, we've been buddies for a while, and he was trying to get in, do some social media sports betting stuff because it's getting real popular over here in the States. Just kind of wasn't working out, I guess. We kind of tried to just work together on something instead of just kind of doing it separate. So having two voices in there, you guys know how it is. You can feed off of each other, makes things a little bit easier on each of you. And the different skills that he has, I don't have, and I have skills that he doesn't have. So I think it'll work good as a team.
Yeah, it sounded great. Well, I watched it for the first time today, or listened for the first time today. And yeah, I was sitting in the parking lot, sitting in my car, waiting for my daughter to come out of an appointment. And yeah, I wanted to walk over to the beer store that was in the plaza next over from where I was and get a couple of beers and just sit there and drink them. It was good.
That's the best review you can give.
I can just imagine Ray just sitting there in a parking lot, cracking open a beer, waiting for his daughter to get out of an appointment.
Drink responsibly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I always like to ask this question. It doesn't come out too often that after edit, but I'm going to ask you anyways. Do you remember your first beer? How old were you and what was the beer?
Unfortunately, I can't pinpoint one. No.
Come on. Go back as far as your memory will go.
I mean, I guess probably around like 13 or 14, probably drinking some Ice House or something like that.
Ice House.
That was probably it. Maybe an old Milwaukee I snuck from my grandfather's fridge or something. I don't know.
Nice.
And what did you think of it when you were drinking it?
I always kind of liked the taste of beer, so I wasn't the type of person to have one right off the bat and, hate it and start drinking other things. But no, I was always down for the beer, so I just enjoyed it. I remember sometimes as a kid drinking some stuff that had been sitting in the woods forever. That might have been horrible, hot weather in the summer, but we had to keep it away from our parents or whatever. But that stuff was bad.
Oh, nice.
Ray, and I don't think I've ever asked you on the show. Do you remember your first beer and how old were you?
Yeah, I think I was around 13 or 14, from what I can remember anyways. And yeah, I think it was an export out of the fridge in the basement. And I'm pretty sure, I don't even think my parents were around. I think my brother and I had a dirt bike, and I remember the bike was in the garage. We had just come in from riding it, and I remembered that I had hidden a beer in the garage, so that I could drink it. And yeah, it was warm because it had been out there for like 3 days because I forgot. Sorry, Dad. But yeah, it was awful.
I'm sorry too, Mr. Ray.
Yeah, no, it was awful.
In regards to your podcast, if you could have a dream guest, who would that dream guest be?
Wow. That's a good question. That would be tough. I'm trying to think if maybe just somebody big in sports, I guess. I can't even imagine who. I mean, like having like LeBron James or something, somebody huge, or Michael Jordan on that, I guess, would just be amazing. Or I don't know if there's a dream guest. We're kind of at episode 1. We just started it up, so this will be episode 2. We're actually recording tonight.
Cool.
we're kind of just at the point where we want guests, so we'll build from there.
We know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And we're glad that you guys are you're with us, Chug.
Yeah.
I know. Well, Ray knows who my dream guest is. Ray.
Anna Kendrick.
actually, it's not. But yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic. Weird Al.
Weird Al Yankovic. Yes, that would be. Anna Kendrick is a close number 2, and I'm so sorry, Anna. She is a close number 2. How are you guys doing in terms of your glass? Because I think I'm ready for. Chug,
I think I need to start a new one.
You might need to top that up some there, man.
You need to top that up.
This SipSipChug. You got to chug a full one.
A full one?
You guys don't want to go
Are
with
you going
me?
to do Oh, yeah. God. Ray, are you in for that?
Come on, it's late, guys.
Dang.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Okay, I
gotta take another sip out of this, and then I'll even it up with what's left in this bottle.
Okay, I went with what was left of and I poured horribly.
That's a lot of beer.
Let me ask you something, Chug. Are you good at chugging?
We're about to find out.
I wonder where he got his name from.
I'm gonna tell you, Ray has been dreading the chug with you, because he's thinking if there's anyone that could beat him and destroy him, it's got to be Chug.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give him my best shot.
Whew. I'm telling you, I haven't chugged this amount of beer since maybe college, university, and most of it ended up on my shirt. So
yeah, I've just got a brand new shirt on today. I don't know that I want to spill beer all over it.
I might need some. I should have put plastic underneath my chair. Oh God.
Well,
a mess for you guys.
God, who invited this guy? All right, Chug. Are you guys ready? Ray, explain the rules first, Ray, before we go.
Okay, so the rules are: I'm either going to count down from 3 or up from 1 to 3. Down it goes. Glass to the table. First one of the glass back to the table wins. Last one is the loser.
It's always me.
But anywho's, we all set, boys?
All right, cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, everybody. All right.
Countdown, cheers. Ray. 3,
2, 1. Dang, that was close, man. Oh, pardon me.
Got a burp.
Ooh.
There you go.
I'm proud of you, Paul.
I hate both of you.
Ooh.
Time out. Time out.
I gotta catch my breath now. Whew.
Wow.
You guys are both impressive.
Now we know why they call you Chug. There's no sipping with this guy at all. All right, let's go with final thoughts here, Chug. What are you thinking about this beer after that?
It went down quickly, so that's a good chuggable beer for sure. On the chug scale, I'll put it up there. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's something light. I think a lot of people can drink it. It might not be the most flavorful or most enjoyable beer, but I wouldn't complain if someone had it out at their barbecue. If I stopped by, toss me a couple of them. Probably wouldn't be something I'd go out and drink regularly, but I wouldn't turn it down.
If you could give it a score out of 5, what are you thinking?
I'd say probably like a 3.1, maybe. Just kind of middle of the road, I guess.
Okay. Ray, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, not a bad beer. I definitely, it's not something that I'm going to say I need to go to the beer store and buy it. I'm not going to stock it in my fridge. If somebody gave it to me as a gift, I'm definitely not going to turn it down. And like you said, Chug, if it's at the barbecue and that's what's in the cooler, hey, I'll drink it. It's all right. I am getting a little bit of a metallic aftertaste after chugging it. Now, I don't know if that's reacting with whatever I had for dinner, but yeah, I think I'm on the same page as you. It's a 3 for me.
being the light beer drinker that I am, it is very simple to drink. There's not a lot of flavor to it. So I'm not getting a lot of bang out of my buck. As much as I do like the light beers, I do like to feel like I'm drinking a beer. And for me, this isn't quite doing it. So that's pretty bad. So I'm on the same page with these guys. I'm at a 3. I'm not thinking I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to stock it. But as Chug said, if someone offered it to me, I would definitely take it. I would definitely drink it.
Yeah, for whatever these 6-packs cost, there's definitely better beer in this category out there.
I think so too. So those are my final thoughts on that. Chug, we want to thank you so much for being on our show and for opening up your schedule for us. We want to give you this last little bit to promo everything that you're on, all your social media links. Let everyone know how they can see you guys, where they can find you, and now how they can communicate with you. The floor is yours, sir.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to come on and chug with you guys, drink some beer. You can find SipSipChug pretty much any social media. We're on YouTube. That's where you can find some of our main videos. Any podcasting service, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Music, we're all on there. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, SipSipChug, Instagram, SipSipChug, LinkedIn, TikTok. We're everywhere you are, so come drink with us. SipSipChug.
Awesome. You got it covered. Your thumbs must be like super muscular from tech, like posting all that crap, eh? There it is.
Well, yeah, you definitely keep it simple for everybody.
Yep.
Basically, SipSipChug is what you need to type in just to find them.
Yeah, no matter what platform you're on, just type that in, you're there.
Exactly. You got to check out the beer battles. You got to check out their podcast. Absolutely fantastic material. Once again, Chug, we want to thank you for being on the show. And with that being said, I am Paul.
And I'm Ray.
And this is Chug from
Chug,
SipSipChug. Thank you very much for being with us.
Cheers, all.
Take care.
Cheers, guys.